Good morning, students. Welcome to the next session of your computer classes. Today, we are going to start with chapter number 8. The name of the chapter is More with Sprites. Just to recall the previous session, that is what we had done in chapter number 7, this chapter belongs or relates to the program Scratch, that is the programming language which we have studied earlier in our chapter number 7. The exercise part of this chapter has been just provided to you with the image file. Now, what we are going to, when we are talking about Scratch, as I have told you, Scratch is a programming language, basic programming language, which helps to the students or the children to develop a programming aspect in their education field. So, in your small age itself, you are being taught to how to use the programming codes on the basis of which the sprite, the character, acts or perform the action. We had done about one or two projects. We had discussed one or two projects in our previous chapter. Now, what we have in this chapter is we are going to explore more with the sprite. That means we are going to have different experiments, or you can say different programmings over the sprite. The first will be how you can change the appearance of sprite, which includes your costume block. How you can change the appearance, that is the sprite, which is by default a cat sprite is available on the your Scratch programming. It's default sprite. How we can change it, how we can change the appearance of that cat, to change the color, to change the costume dress. All this we can do by using the costume block, which we will study while during the chapter. That how we can change the appearance of a sprite. This will be the first topic to be covered in today's chapter. The second topic will be how you can make your sprite talk on performing certain actions, on performing certain buttons, or at certain points your cat or your sprite is able to express the words or the sentence or the dialogues which you have fed it. So the cat or the sprite is able to talk. How you can use, or how you can make your sprite talk, this will be using looks block. In this, we will be using looks block, which will make your sprite. So it has certain codings which we have to do. Okay, certain codes are being used. They are put up in such a manner that on performing certain point or at certain triggering action, what we are saying, triggering action, trigger action, that is on occurring of certain action. Okay, like we had done in what we say in our real life also. When we enter a room, we clap and the light gets on. So the clap is the trigger action. That means when you will perform the clap, or when the sprite will reach at that trigger action, it will talk, or it will perform, or it will deliver the dialogue which you have given. So this will be your second. Third is repeating same action, or repeating actions of sprite. A certain action we have done in previous programming itself, where the cat was rotating. okay, or it was walking, when it was making a certain line, a colorful line behind it, line trail behind it. So these actions are known as repeating actions. That is a particular action performed by the sprite for infinite time, or the time, how many times have to be occur is decided by you. Either it can run for infinite or it can run for a particular number of times also, whatever is being instructed by you or given by you. So in this, how action can be repeated by a sprite, in this we are going to use control block. If you remember forever block, that the forever loop, that loop will make the action which is mentioned in between that for loop, it will make those action repeating again and again for forever times, or until and unless we click on the stop button. So this will be the third point covering today, that is how you can action can be repeated by the sprite. Okay, then we have the last topic, and that topic is playing music with the sprite. Playing music with sprite, that is in the background part, or whenever the sprite is performing the action, certain music will be played in the background, and this can be achieved, or this can be done by using the sound block. Okay, so these 4 to 5 topics are going to be covered in today's chapter. That is, these topics will be covered in chapter number 8. How you can change the appearance of the sprite, how you can make it look different from what is given by default during the programming. Okay, you can change the sprite, you can make the color, change the color of the sprite, you can change the costume, the appearance of the sprite by using the costume block. This will be the first topic. Second, make sprite talk, that is on performing certain action or on occurring of certain action, the sprite is able to express the dialogues, like when you enter a room, or you want that when the sprite is on the as soon as the program starts, the sprite come on the background, it should say hi. Okay, so what will happen after the sprite will appear, it will show a sign and a dialog box in the top, something like this. You have seen in the cartoon also, something like this, and will show hi. Okay, so this action we have to program it out by using, will make the second topic, that is make sprite talk. In this we are going to use the looks block. Third, we have that how we can use the control block to make action repetitive for the sprite. For this I have given you an example which we have done in chapter number 7 itself. Okay, when the cat was repeating the circular motion, or the the colorful line trail which we have done in the previous chapter. So those were the repetitive actions of the sprite. And the fourth part is how we can play music with the movement of the sprite, or in the background of the sprite. So all these topics, all these 4 to 5 topics will be covered in today's session. We will try to elaborate the contents by using the certain programmings which are mentioned in the book. And once we will cover up it, then we will go with the exercise part also. I think that there is no doubt in today's session. In case if you have any doubt, any queries, we are happy to help you out. Let's move on with the videos. Thank you for today. Take care.